Every afternoon, I am assaulted by the sun's rays coming in through our window, and I need to fix this. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariah and this is Woolen Words. Today I have a sewing project, and this is my first sewing project in a while, so I'm probably gonna fumble a little bit, figure out what I'm doing again, but you know, we'll power through it and we'll end up with something because I need to solve this problem. We have a window on our back door that leads up to our backyard, and I love it. I love having that window there, but every afternoon, evening, the sun comes directly through that window and we cannot do anything. It's just like shining in our eyes the whole time. It puts this massive glare on our TV, so we can't even watch TV. We have to cover the window. Our only solution has been to put a blanket over the door and it just hangs and covers the sun, which it works. However, it is not beautiful and I would like something a little more permanent. Our house also didn't come with any curtain rods. We have yet to put any in because that costs money and we're taking it slow. We're just doing what we can when we can. So I'm going to make my own curtain. I found some fabric in my stash. This is the fabric that I found. It has a tag saying that it is 100% polyester, made in Turkey, and it is almost the exact right size for the window. So I'm really excited about that. I was going to cut the sides just a little bit, so like trim, and then use those scraps to form little straps and put them on the top. And I'll probably like roll this down a little bit. I don't want to lose a lot of length by making a channel for the rod to go through. I think it would just end up being way too short. I think it'll be fine if there's like a little gap at the bottom. As long as most of the curtain is, or most of the window is covered with the curtain, then I think we'll be in the clear. So I have my coffee, have my fabric, let's set up my sewing machine and hope that it still works, and we'll get to it. So as you can see, I have the state-of-the-art, the top dollar sewing machine. No, actually, I've had this since I was a little kid. We did a summer camp with a family friend a long time ago, and they taught us how to sew, and I realize how invaluable that was now that I'm older, and I really, really appreciate learning all of that when I was younger. Ooh, that's not good, it snapped. So here I'm just trying out making sure everything is running properly, and it did not. It took me just a little bit to rethread everything and make sure the tension was right. I think that's why the thread snagged in the first place. But once I got it, it ended up looking great and I was really happy with it. Then it was on to planning. I had to figure out exactly how much I was going to take off of the sides so that I still had enough for it to be drapey in front of the window. So I went ahead and cut off the sides, just trimmed it a little bit on each side, and then those are going to turn into the straps. And then, of course, I just got to sewing everything together. I decided to do rolled hems on the sides just to make it nice and neat. I will let you in on a little secret that one of the sides I rolled the wrong way on accident. This fabric was really hard to tell the front from the back, but you know, no one will ever know except me and you, so if you can keep my secret, then I won't tell anybody. next you can see me planning out the spacing of the straps. And so then I just cut equal length strips from the scraps that I had. They were different widths, but it ended up working out fine. I just sewed a couple of the strips together to make one thicker strap, and it worked out really well. I think I cut 8 inches in length, and then I just made them into loops. So they were about 3 inches in the end once I sewed them on. But here is how it is pinned, and I am so happy with this and how it turned out. It came out so good. So now that we have it all done, let's go see how it looks on the curtain rod. Okay, last night we went ahead and went to Target to try and find a curtain rod. We just went with the most basic, cheap one that we could find because that's really all we need. It's not a very big window. So we got this one. It is just a Target brand. It says a standard cafe rod. And it has these really cute rounded edges, which I really liked. Today I'm gonna go ahead and install this on the window and get it all set up and see how it looks with the curtain on, and then we can do like a final reveal. I'm very excited. Ooh, let's go. Hanging it up was actually a breeze. The hardest part was just measuring it and making sure that it was gonna be straight across. But once I got that, I just drilled everything into the door and then hung it up. It looks so good. Let's see how it turned out in the end. I did it! It's done! I'm so happy with how this curtain turned out. It was a very quick, simple project, which was perfect for my first time sewing in a really long time. There were a couple things I made a mistake on, but we don't have to talk about that. But really, this came together so well, and I'm so happy with it. I think it is just really so much more elevated than the blanket that we would throw across the door. You know, it just looks so much more complete, finished, refined. And I did nick the door a couple times with the drill, but we're planning on painting anyway, so I'm not worried about it at all. Hopefully pretty soon we can get to painting. I have some really beautiful colors that I want to do in the living room and this room. Yes, this was so good. I feel like this was such a good project because the cost was minimal. I already had the fabric in my stash and all I had to do was just sew it together. Thankfully, I had the thread and the only thing we had to purchase was the curtain rod, but even that was only like $9. It really wasn't crazy expensive, and if we would have wanted to, we probably could have gone to like Goodwill or a thrift store and found a curtain rod maybe for a little cheaper or something, but all in all, just a very simple, quick project. I did it in the course of just a quick morning, yesterday morning, and then I hung it up today, which took me maybe 15 minutes. So overall, I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like. Let me know what you're working on in the comments down below. Subscribe to this channel for more content from me. And you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry in the description below. Down there you'll also find a link to Ko-fi if you want to buy me a cup of coffee or contribute to my next video fund. I would really appreciate that, but I will see you next time. Bye! Oh, it's so hot. Summer in Texas.